Where are you and what is the damage?
5 Points area near South 10th Street. The damage here is unimaginable right now. We just want to get closer to here. This is the soda parlor on Woodland Street and even this juice shop next to it. You can see the windows have been blown out. All of the debris now scattered on the floor, including the roof, pieces of the roof that really just blew to the ground. I just want to be careful going over the road since there are power lines throughout the area. You can see where everything has been blown to. This is a piece of an electric pole just snapped in half. But Jim, if we pan to the left, I want to show the building across the street. You can see just how bad the destruction has been for this building. You can see part of this electric pole to the left. As we keep panning to the left, you can see where that has snapped and is now just dangling over Woodland Street. This is just one area near the 5 Points area here in East Nashville, where clearly this is going to be an ongoing problem for a lot of people. One neighbor describing this to me as an apocalyptic nightmare, and when just walking down the street, we barely really moved anywhere on Woodland Street. You can tell why. The alarms in these buildings are going off still, and what's crazy, and at some point which makes me believe that there's a good chance this area could be blocked off, there is that strong smell of gas just permeating the air right now. This is once again the soda parlor. The windows shattered, blown off. You can see where this metal piece of the roof just tangled around this tree, which eventually bent like a pipe cleaner. But as we keep walking down here, this is where it even gets worse. We are now walking up to Burger Up. This is just right next door to it. You can see where this entire roof just collapsed. You can even see it's just the little things that we're seeing. A filing cabinet, a chair that once belonged to an area where it was covered by a roof, now exposed after this tornado. Neighbors telling me they probably experienced or heard it maybe within 30 to 60 seconds. Obviously scared, didn't really think much about it until they walked outside, and that's when they realized just how bad this is. One resident who lives just down the street telling me he is traumatized after walking outside to see this. This is, after all, the East Nashville area, especially at 5 Points. The business owners here are close to each other. They know each other. We spoke to one business owner who says she received a call from a landowner, and she said he told her, get down here right away. This is once again Burger Up. You can see the water line, just the water gushing from the roof right now. And as this is where we wanted to be, because every person that we came in contact with, as soon as we got here to Woodland Street, they say, go to Burger Up, go to Burger Up. It is gone, pretty much. And this is what drivers had to navigate around, and we are just carefully as well stepping around all of the pile of debris. I'm actually just holding one of our lights because it just gives us a better look as far as what damage we have here. I'm actually just carrying it as we're walking around. We are now here at the intersection of South 10th Street. We're not even in the heart of 5 Points just yet, but this is already the bad sight that we are seeing. All of the damage just walking around. Photojournalist Jimmy Farmer with me right now, just getting up close to what was Burger Up. And it's just shocking to see, especially for people who live around here. This is normally a busy area. I did speak to a police officer who told me some people, we don't know the number of people, but people have gotten hurt and sent to the hospital by ambulance. We have yet to find an official that we can get a better understanding of the extent of injuries, if that's the case, and exactly the number of people. This is now the corner of Woodland Street and South 10th. As we've been showing you, as we slowly creep up to this intersection, you can see everything just scattered. Now across the street from us, you see where the water is still gushing. To the left is Boomba's, which I believe is a brewery here near the 5 Points area. And there, people are just gathering right now because they can't help but come here and take pictures. Yeah, there used to be a building over here, and we'll continue to assess the damage, and we'll send things back over to you.
Matthew, thank you so much. The boom bars that he was just talking about, that's the one that has, it's right next to the YMCA.
Yes.
It has the shared playground in the back. There are a handful of businesses over there, usually really tightly grouped together. And so seeing that kind of devastation, just for folks, if you weren't with us when this first happened, right around 12:30, the tornado touched down near the Bordeaux area in Davidson County. It passed just north of where News Channel 5 is. We're right by First Horizon Park, used to be First Tennessee Park. Henry saw it visually on the ground. We saw power flashes in the distance. Our station took at least 6 straight power hits. The lights flashing. We lost some power in the studio at one point. That's when it crossed into East Nashville, where Matthew Torres was, and you see the damage that it did to Burger Up, to Boombas over there. It appears that some of the structures that used to be a part of that area aren't standing at this point. It continued to move into East Nashville, closer to Madison, and then towards the Old Hickory area. We have significant damage reports as it moved through Mount Juliet. It was right on the north side of I-40. That's where we have some damage reports north of the Providence Shopping Center.
Yes.
The damage was reported just northwest of that. It hugged Interstate 40 as it went closer to Lebanon. Significant damage reports coming out there. And now what is left of that storm has cleared Putnam County. So Putnam County, you are done with the tornado threat, but they have